I want to go over with you a cue that I find very beneficial for strengthening your squat and strengthening your sumo deadlift. Now, you've probably heard people say before to get your knees out. What you don't want on either of those movements, on a squat or a sumo deadlift, is to let your knees cave in. You want to get your knees out. But when you have your knees out, you want to also make sure that you're creating tension with the floor. And a useful cue I find for that is to split the ground in half. So if you're at the bottom of your squat, and I'm going to go ahead and sit down into a box squat here, you can have your knees out while not having a lot of tension in your feet. You can have your knees out. However, if you think about there's a crack in the floor and you're trying to widen that crack, you're trying to rip it apart, your knees will naturally go out, but you'll also create tension with the ground and with your feet so that you have more power when you push up. So imagine that there's a crack in the ground and you're trying to widen that crack and then you push up. What that does is it creates a lot of tension with the ground. It grips your feet into the ground so that you can create more power with your squat. So once again, you lower into your squat, your knees stay out wide, and then you're going to rip the ground in half, grip your feet into the ground. Imagine you're trying to widen that crack and push back up with power. So think about that cue the next time you're doing your squats or your sumo deadlifts to increase your power on those movements.